friends, it's Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs, and today I'm going to talk about some things that I stopped buying so that I could save money. Now, I've got my little cheat sheet here too, just so I remember all the items that are on my list. I have 12 of them, and these are not the type of advice, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm always reading or hearing advice from well-meaning people, and they say, oh, stop going to Starbucks every day and buying a coffee. Pack a bag for lunch at work and don't go out and buy your lunch. Well, these are not things that I can relate to. I've always been a low income earner. I'm a single woman. So I just don't have the extra money to go out to buy a coffee every day or buy my lunch every day. Starbucks, a treat maybe 2 or 3 times a year. Lunch when I go out to work, never. I always brought my own lunch. So, well-meaning advice, but they don't apply. I'm sure a lot of you can also understand that. You don't go out to have coffee or lunch every day. So somebody telling you to cut these things out of your life in order to save money, it just doesn't help at all. So, I've spent a lifetime working, low paying minimum wage type jobs. And I had to learn to live frugally. I had to live within my means because I had no means. And, if I wanted something, I had to figure out a way to earn the extra money to buy it, or I had to just do without. So, I've had the type of jobs that a lot of other women have had, working as a cashier at a gas station, working at McDonald's. And, there's just been many times in my life where I've had $20 to my name in my bank account or in my wallet. Going back to McDonald's for a moment, when back in the olden days when I worked there, they gave us a meal with every shift that we worked. So that was a burger, fries, a beverage, and a dessert. And if we worked a long enough shift that we had a second 15-minute coffee break, they gave us a second beverage on that break. So that really helped out a lot, having a meal every day. It might not be the healthiest meal, a burger and fries and a pop and an ice cream sundae. Not the greatest meal, but I save money by having a free lunch every day, and quite often it might have been my only meal of the day. So this is the life of a low income earner. So saving money, stop buying things that we just don't buy in the first place. It seemed every time I was make a little bit of headway, save some money, pay down the debt on the credit card, then bam, something would happen. My car would break down. I'd have to get it fixed, or my teeth, something going on in my mouth, and I'd have to go to a dentist, and that would just wipe out any savings I had or put the credit card bill right up there again. So who can sympathize with that? Just you barely make some headway, and then life just kicks you right back down again. And I know what it's like to be in an underpaid uh, job with underappreciated and just not making any headway in life. And there's many times I just wanted to treat myself, take out my credit card and go out and have lunch or dinner or buy a trip to Hawaii, but I didn't do all those things. I was sensible enough not to use my credit card except for all those emergencies with my car and with my dentist. Anyway, so I have figured out a few things over the years to stop buying. And, if other people are looking for ways to things that they want to cut out of their life to save a little bit of money, and it doesn't have to be forever. Maybe it just has to be for right now while you put a little bit of money aside and pay down your debt or get an emergency fund together. So the first thing I cut out of my life was soda pop. I was a huge Diet Coke, Diet Pepsi drinker. Those 2-liter bottles, if they were on sale at the grocery store for $1, I would load up the shopping cart. I would buy 5, 6 easily just to save money on $1 a piece. So I really like my Diet Coke, but probably not the best thing for my teeth, getting back to the dentist, or my gut. So I switched over to iced tea about 15 years ago. I bought a Mr. Coffee iced tea maker, and it makes iced tea in about 10 minutes, and I just make a batch almost every day of iced tea. And so that, you don't have to go out and buy an iced tea machine like that. You can just brew a tea bag with a kettle, boil water, tea bag, wait for it to cool down, add some ice. There you've got your iced tea. So a lot healthier choice, and it saves a lot more money. You can buy 72 tea bags for, $5 maybe. Donuts. Oh my gosh. Forget going to Starbucks. In Canada, we have Tim Hortons, another coffee house. I was never going there for the coffee because I'm not a coffee drinker, but donuts, Boston cream donut from Tim Hortons, like wow, that's like my favorite. But I had to cut back on the donuts and, for my diet, lose a little bit of weight, keep my weight under control. And also, a dollar and up for a donut. I'm not sure what they cost now, but yeah, it just kind of gets expensive. So definitely cut those donuts out. I wasn't getting a donut every day, but I was probably going maybe twice a week to get a donut. So gone out of my life now pretty much. Again, it's something that I would get from time to time. I've had one Boston cream donut so far in 2024. It's almost the end of September, so that's not so bad. I'm doing a good job at cutting donuts out of my life. Gym membership. How many of us have bought gym memberships, especially at the beginning of the year when you have new resolutions to get healthy, lose weight, exercise more, and then you go for 2 or 3 weeks and then you kind of lose the momentum, and then this gym membership just kind of languishes away, especially since the gym club probably talked you into buying a 1-year membership at a special deal, and 20 bucks comes automatically out of your bank account or on your credit card every month. So you're kind of stuck, and that pays out. Other times you can just give a 30-day notice and quit your gym membership. So that's what I did. Last membership I had was at the YMCA. I really liked going there because it was a swimming pool, and I did the aquasize classes, the water aerobics. Love doing them. But now I do yoga with a YouTube channel. So there's lots of videos on YouTube that you can do some exercises for free. It doesn't cost any money. Bottled water. I used to buy a lot of bottled water, and I was living in a place where it was well water. It was hard water from the ground. It tasted funny. It was fine. It tested fine. There was nothing wrong with it, but just to my senses, it tastes a little weird. So I kind of went back to the bottled water then. But for the most part, if you live in an area where the tap water is safe to drink, just do so. That's the easy way. You can jazz up your water a little bit. Crystal Light or any of those similar squeeze tubes where you just, squeeze and you get a little jolt of flavor in with your water. So that works really well. Makeup remover. Well, yeah, I stopped using that. Usually just a mild soap will get the makeup off, ladies. We don't need to be going out and buying expensive pads and creams and everything. I do from time to time, if I see it on sale, I do like the Olay facial body wash, and that'll get rid of any makeup. But even though I have it, I don't usually use it a whole lot. Number 6, that would be dryer sheets. I've been forgetting to be keeping count here. But number 6 is dryer sheets. And I used to buy those a lot, keep your laundry smelling nice and fresh when it comes out of the dryer. But then it is more environmentally friendly not to use those. You get those little balls you can just throw in the dryer, and it sounds like you got tennis shoes going around in the dryer, plunk, 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 plunk. But yeah, that's how I save money. Those balls, you can buy them at the dollar store. You can buy them cheap from Walmart or other places too. That saves you just tons of money, and they just go on forever and ever. Unless your dog gets hold of it and rips it apart. Yep, been there, done that. Haircuts. Yeah, I think I probably need one. For years, I used to go to this hairdresser that my mother used. Really good hairdresser, nothing wrong with her. I would get my hair cut and colored. It cost around $40 or $45. I don't quite remember how much it cost. And I just kind of kept going to her as like sort of a weird sense of loyalty after my mother passed away and was no longer going there. But after a while, Great Clips came to the town where I lived in, and now I could get a cheap haircut. I think back then it was about 12 or 15 bucks to get my haircut. Now it's a bit more, it's around 25 bucks for a haircut. But this haircut I'm sporting right now, it cost me in August, it cost me $80. And I happened to be in London at the time, so you're thinking, oh well, London haircut, but nope, that's just how much haircuts cost in England. And you have to make an appointment to go in, so it's not like Break Clips where you can just walk in the door and put your name on a wait list or use the app to check in. And nothing cheap. There's no cheap haircuts in England. So go out and get yourself a cheap haircut if you live in Canada or America, where we have great clips. Yes. Okay, number 8, eating out. This kind of goes back to the don't buy your lunch at work, bring a bag lunch from home. But which most of us never do. And again, eating out at night on weekends, certainly there's times when I do that, but I rarely do that. I make my dining budget about $20 a month, so maybe that means I can go to Subway once a month or something. But that if you're having trouble curtailing your dining out habit, do the same thing. Allot yourself $20 a month. Once it's gone, it's gone. And that way that should help a little bit, that you've gone out to have something to eat that doesn't cost too much, and just make your own meals from then on in for the rest of the month. When I'm on vacation, that's a different story. You pretty much have to eat out when you're on vacation, depending on where you go. Cable. We've all had these. You get the special deals with your telephone company that says that they can give you a package with the internet, cable, phone, what have you. I cut out the phone and I cut out the cable. I just have Amazon Prime now. It costs me about $80 a year. I get TV shows, movies. I can watch similar things on YouTube, old TV shows and movies, Pluto TV. A lot of the networks here in Canada, like Global TV and CTV, the show that aired the night before will be up on their website the next day. It's up there for maybe a week or two, so you can always keep up to date on your TV shows. There's just lots of free ways to do that. When I cut out the cable, that probably cost me about $100 a month. So there you go, right there, $1,200 a month I'm saving in cable. So let's call it $1,100 because I have to put in the Amazon Prime subscription. But the Amazon Prime, it also gets me the next day delivery to wherever I happen to be, and also unlimited whatever they have for free on their videos and TV shows. Number 10, buying gifts. Well, I don't have a lot of people to buy gifts for, so I'm kind of lucky in that regard. I have a friend in Wales. I buy her fudge on the internet every year and send it to her for Christmas. And I have another person that I buy a small gift for. So I'm probably not spending more than $50, $60 a year on Christmas presents. And I just don't really buy presents, for birthdays and stuff. Occasionally, but hardly ever. So, I mean, nobody wants to be the Grinch, but you can really save a lot of money by just not buying presents, or maybe doing something homemade by, baking fudge, baking cookies, a cake, what have you. People seem to like a lot of these things rather than getting more stuff for the house. Number 11 is meat. Well, I became a vegetarian many years ago, so I really couldn't afford to buy meat. But the other thing was, I didn't really like the taste of meat. So I became a vegetarian after I was working at McDonald's, going back to that, free burger every day with my lunch. But eventually I did become a vegetarian, so I don't have the additional costs of meat. The price of groceries are just going through the roof these days. So cutting out meat, even if it's just a meatless Monday, that should help you a lot with saving some money. Sweet stuff. Now that's my downfall. I've already talked about the donuts. But if it's sweet, I love it. Chocolates, cookies, pie, cake, you name it. I want to eat it. And I just can't eat it all. I gotta watch what I'm eating. Good for my health and not to put on weight. So ice cream, all these things that I want. But whenever I'm craving it, what I do now is I go out to the store and I buy an ice cream cone. I was in Toronto last week, and I was on a bus tour and it stopped for 15 minutes. There was one of those ice cream trucks. I hopped out. I bought a $6 ice cream cone that was dipped in chocolate. That's a lot of money. That would probably be about the same amount of money that maybe a tub of ice cream would cost to have in the house, and it would get me a few more meals, but not so good for the waistline, right? And an ice cream treat every now and then is not going to hurt you. And again, it saves money if you're not going to the grocery store and putting a bucket of ice cream in your shopping cart every time you go to the store. So I estimate that I probably save about $1,000 a year by cutting out all these sweet treats out of my life. So anyway, I hope that some of these tips might help you. These are real life tips. These are things that I've actually done myself to help me lose money. So thanks for watching today. It's Cheryl from the Lifestyle Digs. Bye for now.